Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I know it's been forever since I've been on my channel, but I promise I'm here to stay. Okay, so today's video, I'm going to be going over a few first impressions, and so the first product I'm going to go over is the Dior Air Flash. I got it in shade 100, and it's like a spray can. And it says Dior Skin Air Flash, instant spray-on face makeup, an airy sensation of freshness and lightness, unique technology for super fine mist texture, spectacular results in mere seconds. Your complexion is even out, skin texture is refined, and for all skin types. The downside is it is $62, so this better make me look flawless. The second product, I almost dropped it, we're going to use is Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, and it's loose powder. I hear a lot of people raving about it, so let's see if it bakes and makes our foundation flawless. And the last thing I'm going to try is the Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow from Stila, and I got it in Rose Gold Retro. Alright guys, so I'm going to open the Dior Air Flash, and let's see what comes inside. Alright, so that's what the can looks like. It says Dior, and it says the color on the back, and it says danger, it's flammable. It is a spray can, and it says to keep it 20 centimeters away from your face. There's a paper on the bottom, probably with like instructions. But you know what? We got this. We'll figure it out. Alright, so I'm curious what works better. If it works better sprayed on your face, or if it works better like sprayed on a brush. So we will try both ways. Okay. Alright, so first we have to prime. So today I'll be using a Mary Kay foundation primer, just to make sure that it goes on evenly, because I have combination skin, but sometimes I have problems, especially on my nose, of the foundation coming off. That is no bueno. Time to try this. So we'll shake it a little bit. First, let's try spraying it on the face, even though I feel like we'll still have to like use a brush. Oh! Alright, that's cold. Oh! Alright, I don't know about spraying it on the face. Let's just try the brush, because I feel like you're wasting a lot of like spraying it on your face, and it's $60. Come on, you might as well not waste it. So we'll spray it on the brush, and alright. Another person I saw at Sephora, they said they like to layer it on top of another foundation to make it look flawless, and that's a good idea. It's fun to mix foundations, and then that would make it look more like airbrushed. It's got really nice coverage. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do half like this. Oh. Okay, so I will be right back. I'm going to go put on some Kat Von D in Light 43 on this half, and we'll see how it works. Alright guys, I'm back. Obviously I look ridiculous, but I have the Kat Von D on half of my face, you know, my favorite foundation. And I think what the girl at Sephora was saying is she sprayed it on the brush, and then if you layer it on, I feel like it would look really pretty. Okay, I definitely feel like it's giving a more like airbrush finish, obviously. And it's more full coverage. So either way, whether you spray it on the brush or your face, I feel like it spreads out the same. But like I said, since it is a $62 foundation, I feel like it's really more worth not wasting it. Alright, let's do this side some more. Okay. So, if you don't like a really full coverage, I mean, this stuff is full coverage, you could really tell, but if you don't like it blinding full coverage, which is more my thing, then I would guarantee that you should try it without foundation underneath and layering. But if you love full coverage, then I would go with using another foundation underneath, and then just to make it look really flawless, add the Dior on top. And then also another reason you won't be wasting more, because you won't have to use as much, because your face, keep dropping it, your face will already be covered, so it's more just finishing it off. But it does look okay on the side. It does cover, and I feel like when you add concealer, then it will still look really good. So I'm going to leave it like this, and we'll add some concealer and just keep going and see how good it looks. Alright, just had to fight with my makeup trying to get my concealer. But anyway, my favorite concealer right now is the Tarte Shape Tape in shade Fair, which is the lightest color, because it also will double as a highlight when you're contouring. And I like it on fine lines, wrinkles, and also under my eyes. And if you don't have a eyeshadow primer, this concealer doubles as a good base for eyeshadow. Like that. And I think it works just as good as eyeshadow primer. Like I said, as you can see, once you add concealer, it's really not that bad, just having the Dior on one side. Time to get a new sponge. That's for sure. I look like a ghost, but it's okay. We're gonna add color. But time to try out our next product, which is going to be the Laura Mercier setting powder, or translucent powder, and I'm going to use it to bake and see how this works out. So it comes in this, and it has a little sticker, and I'm going to pour some of it in the cap, I think. Weird. I'm going to pour some of it in the cap. Oh, on the bottom it says translucent Laura Mercier loose setting powder. So, I'm trying to figure out. I do see a downside so far of this. So, there's no way to close it from powder coming out. So, if you don't want to like on my Bare Minerals, you can close it so the powder doesn't keep coming out. But we will try it. Maybe it's fabulous powder, so it won't matter. Alright, here we go. It looks kind of tan, but it does say translucent, so I think it will dry translucent. It is going on evenly. I don't feel like it's really thick on my face. You know, when you put on a face mask and when it dries, it's oh, you could feel there's a lot of stuff right there. But for me, I don't feel like it's really doing that. I usually use the RCMA powder, which is really light, and since I have combination skin, sometimes powder will make me feel dry, but the RCMA powder is really hydrating. But like I said, this powder isn't feeling like really drying me out, so I don't see a problem with it. So this is how I bake. You can also use powder to, once you put on like the bronzer, you can use the powder to make it a more fine line. So we will let that sit. And while I let that sit, I will try out the Stila Magnificent Metals. So once you open it, it comes in a tube like this, and it says Stila and Rose Gold Retro. Once you open it, it has like a doe foot applicator, so it's very thick. The only thing I'm scared about is it going in like lines, like creases. Whew, it's really cold. But as long as it doesn't transfer, I think we will be okay. I like to put on eyeshadows while I'm baking, just in case. Well, it shouldn't really matter for this because it's liquid, but while you're putting on powder eyeshadows, if there's any fallout, it falls out on top of the powder you're baking with. Then once you wipe away the powder, like, it all goes away. Alrighty. So this is a really beautiful color. I tried it on in Sephora, just like on my hand, and I felt like this was the most like, whoo, poppy color. I don't know if you can see, but it's really pretty. The camera does not do it justice, honey. Ooh, girl. So we're gonna let that dry, and we'll see how it looks soon. Alright guys, so while I'm letting this bake and while I'm letting this sit, I'm going to put on my bronzer, blush, and I will be right back. Alright guys, I is back. I did my brows, I did blush, I did contouring a little bit. Now I'm just gonna wipe away that powder. I don't want to mess up my hair. Just got my hair done, guys. I think it's so cute. Okay. I did my brows, I did blush, I did contouring a little bit. Now I'm just gonna wipe away that powder. I don't want to mess up my hair. Just got my hair done, guys. I think it's so cute. Okay. Alright guys, I am back and better than ever. So, what do I think? So, no transfer when I touch my eyelids. So, the eyeshadow is really pretty. I should have added some more here, and you could do like a really fun look, but I just wanted to try out to make sure it didn't go in the creases and didn't transfer. And I usually glam up and put on like fake lashes, but I feel like for this look, more like just mascara would make your eyes like look bigger and pop with the eyeshadow and not take away from the eyeshadow. And on to the next one. So yes, for the Stila, I agree, this is a great product. I was scared about transferring and going in creases, but it did not. So for the Laura Mercier powder, it is a really light powder. Like, I felt like I was going to be heavy, but it was not. It is really hot, so I don't know if that's why it went in my creases, but the RCMA powder, I feel like it does not go into like my forehead wrinkles, but it has not gone into my smile lines or made lines like underneath my eyes, so that's nice. So for the Laura Mercier powder, I would say like, it's good powder. I feel like it'd be a great powder, but the RCMA powder is way cheaper and for me works really good. But I will try the Laura Mercier powder more and see if it's worth my time. On to the last thing, the Dior Air Flash. Alright, So the sad part is you can't really tell that I have no foundation underneath on this one and I have more on this one. Maybe a little bit because it's a little more like orangey or tanny over here. But I feel like you can achieve a good look either without layering, and I feel like this is a great foundation. Yes, it's $62, but it's so worth it when it makes you look flawless and everyone compliments you and you just look great. So, overall, I think everything I got is good. But thanks for watching, guys. I think it has been a good day. We got some good products and we look good. And I hope to hear from you guys soon. Let me know if you want any of the other products that I put on in the description box. Just love my henna, and I got a new tattoo. Like, on my nails. Like, we are glammed up today. Ooh, girl.